Hello and welcome. Today, we're exploring one of the fundamental skills for private investigators, conducting background checks. Background checks are essential in private investigation, whether you're verifying employment history, uncovering criminal records, or providing clients with detailed information about an individual's past. In this video, we'll walk through the basics, covering the essential sources, strategies, and tips to help you conduct thorough and reliable background checks. Let's get started. First, let's talk about what background checks are and why they're so crucial in private investigation. A background check is essentially a thorough investigation into a person's history, covering areas like criminal records, employment history, financial records, education, and sometimes even social connections. As private investigators, background checks are one of the most common types of investigations we perform. They're used in a variety of scenarios, such as pre-employment screenings, tenant verifications, due diligence for business partnerships, and in personal investigations like verifying a potential spouse's background. But why are they so important? Well, background checks provide the client with peace of mind and a sense of security. They help ensure that the person in question is who they claim to be and that there are no hidden issues or risks associated with them. For private investigators, conducting a reliable background check is about building trust, credibility, and delivering information that can help clients make informed decisions. Background checks aren't one-size-fits-all. They vary depending on the type of case. Here are a few common types of background checks private investigators are often asked to conduct. Criminal background checks. These are the most common, focusing on finding any criminal history, including arrests, charges, and convictions. Criminal background checks can vary depending on whether you're searching at the county, state, or federal level. Employment verification. This type confirms a person's employment history, job titles, and sometimes even performance details. Employers may request these checks to verify an applicant's claims and ensure they have a history of reliability. Financial background checks. For clients entering into business agreements or partnerships, knowing the financial stability of the other party is essential. This can include looking into credit history, bankruptcy records, liens, and other financial issues. Education verification. This type of check verifies that an individual has the educational qualifications they claim to have. Education verification is commonly requested by employers and sometimes by individuals in personal relationship investigations. Social media and online presence checks. In today's digital age, a person's online behavior can reveal a lot. Social media checks help verify the individual's identity, habits, and affiliations. Each type of background check has its own set of sources and requires different methods, but they all share one common goal: giving your client a complete and accurate profile of the person in question. Before you start diving into databases and public records, gathering preliminary information is essential. Think of this as building a foundation that guides the entire background check process. Start by gathering the basic identifiers of the individual: full name and any known aliases. Aliases or alternative spellings of names are important, as people might go by different names in different situations or records. Date of birth. This helps narrow down records, especially for individuals with common names. Current and previous addresses. These locations help track an individual's history and uncover records tied to specific places. Social Security number, if applicable and legally accessible. In some cases, the SSN can confirm identity details in certain records, though this is usually only available with explicit authorization. Once you have these details, organize them to ensure consistency across your search. Small errors in basic details can lead to missing critical information, so accuracy is key. Having a solid initial profile helps you avoid going down the wrong path and enables you to get faster, more reliable results. With your initial information in place, the next step is accessing public records and online databases. Public records are invaluable for private investigators because they cover a wide range of areas, from property records to criminal and court records. Here are some essential types of public records and where to access them. Criminal and court records. These can usually be accessed through county or state databases, and they provide records of arrests, convictions, lawsuits, restraining orders, and other legal cases involving the individual. Property records. Property records reveal ownership, mortgage information, and sometimes property value details. These records can be accessed through county assessors' offices or online property databases. Professional licenses and certifications. If the person claims to have professional licenses, you can verify these through state licensing boards. These records confirm whether the person is in good standing with their licensing organization. Bankruptcy and financial records. Bankruptcy courts and online legal databases often provide records on financial issues like bankruptcies, tax liens, and judgments. These records are particularly useful in financial and business background checks. Public social media and web presence. Checking public social media accounts gives you a real-time view of their lifestyle, connections, and even past history. Though not a traditional public record, social media is essential to many modern background checks. Using these records, you'll be able to build a comprehensive profile of the individual. Each type of record provides its own piece of the puzzle, which helps paint a clear picture for your client. As you gather data, it's crucial to document each finding meticulously. In a background check, accuracy and thoroughness are essential, especially if your findings could impact the client's decision-making. Here are some best practices for documentation. Organize by source. Document information from each source separately, whether it's a criminal record, property ownership, or social media. This approach keeps your findings clear and allows for easy cross-referencing if needed. Include dates and timestamps. Every record you find should include the date it was accessed and any relevant dates associated with the record, such as the date of an arrest or the issuance of a license. Take screenshots or download copies. When possible, take screenshots of records or download copies if the website permits. This ensures you have a backup in case the source data changes or is removed later. Create a summary for the client. After gathering all the data, prepare a clear, professional summary for your client. Highlight key findings and organize the information so it's easy for them to understand and follow. Documenting findings carefully doesn't just ensure accuracy, it builds credibility and demonstrates the value of your work. It allows your client to see the entire process and understand the reliability of the data you've provided. Background checks come with ethical and legal responsibilities, and it's essential to respect these to protect your clients, the subjects of the investigation, and yourself. Here are some important considerations. Obtain permission when necessary. In some cases, especially for financial or credit checks, you'll need written permission from the subject. Ensure that you're following all legal requirements for the type of background check you're conducting. Use legitimate sources only. Avoid using shady or unauthorized sources, as this can lead to inaccurate information and potential legal trouble. Stick to reputable databases and public records. Respect privacy laws. Different jurisdictions have varying laws on what information is accessible and how it can be used. Research your local regulations to stay compliant, particularly if you're working on interstate or international cases. Avoid bias in reporting. Background checks are about gathering and reporting facts, not opinions. Keep your report neutral and avoid inserting personal interpretations, as the goal is to provide objective information that the client can interpret themselves. Background checks are a fundamental tool in a private investigator's skill set, and mastering them takes practice, patience, and a commitment to ethical standards. A thorough background check provides clients with critical information that helps them make informed decisions, and it can strengthen your reputation as a trusted investigator. If you're interested in expanding your background investigation skills, consider enrolling in our PI career course at Private Investigations Academy. This self-paced online course covers everything from background checks to skip tracing, social media investigation, and more. Whether you're new to private investigation or looking to deepen your expertise, we're here to support your growth. Thanks for watching. Background checks are a powerful resource for private investigators, and I hope this guide has given you a solid foundation for using them effectively. Remember to subscribe for more videos on private investigation techniques, and feel free to explore our course to take your PI skills to the next level. See you in the next video.